a new backpack.
Aren't you excited for next spring?
I'm so excited to go to school.
Not so hasty. School won't go anywhere.
Also, when I grow up, I want to be a sports player like Daddy.
Isn't he so sweet, Kay?
You make me feel shy.
My name is Kyoko Miyanohara. I live with my husband, who's the same age as me, and my son, who is starting to attend elementary school next spring. Kyota seems to be excited to get a new backpack for his school. My husband and I are excited too.
Mom, happy birthday. This is that thing that you've always wanted.
A wallet from a high-end brand. I'm sure it was expensive.
Guess it wasn't too bad.
Thank you. I'll be using it right away.
Grandma, happy birthday. This is a drawing of you that I drew in my preschool.
Okay, that looks good. I'll keep it in my bedroom. She doesn't seem too happy, just because it's not from a high-end brand.
How's everything at work? It's all good.
Why don't we eat dinner now? Since Yui is going to be home today, I spent some time making great food. We're here at my in-laws to celebrate my mother-in-law's birthday. I believe Yui just recently had a child. I hope everything is okay. I'm home. Welcome home. I decided to take the taxi because there are too many people riding the train. Sounds like a hassle. Yup. Mom,
What's the matter?
I broke up with my husband. What? We haven't been getting along recently, so we ended up filing a divorce out of impulse.
Oh boy, are you okay?
So now I'm going to start living here.
You can't just start living here without giving her a notice.
No problem. I'm excited to get to live with my grandchild too. That was how my sister-in-law got divorced as she came back to live at my in-laws' house. We had a great time as we celebrated my mother-in-law's birthday. Little did I know that the tragedy was about to start. Kyoko, are you busy right now? What's the matter? You know how I moved back to my parents' house? Yeah, you said that you broke up with your husband when I saw you at your mother's birthday celebration. My ex-husband isn't helpful at all about my child when he's the father. He always made me take care of the baby. Don't you think it's ridiculous? I honestly didn't want to be texting with my sister-in-law. I wasn't sure if she just wanted to talk about her tragedy or if she wanted to harass me. Yui, I'm so sorry. I have to go pick up my son. So what I was trying to say is to ask you not to rely on my mother too much. Oh, you're a stranger to us. My mom should be prioritizing me over you. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm a single mother. You won't understand how it feels to go through a divorce. I don't plan on being nosy about whatever has happened between you and your ex-husband. Why don't you spend time thinking about Takumi instead of spending time texting me? What's your problem? You're not listening! If you need someone to hear you out about raising a child, I'm always here to listen. Now, I have to go pick up Kyota from his preschool. Hey, don't run from me! And stop acting like you're my mentor for motherhood! I wonder what she was trying to say. After I closed the thread and I stood up from my couch, my phone started to ring. Hello, Kyoko, it's me. Hello, is everything okay? You've been texting with Yui, right? Yes? I'm sorry, I don't think she put her words right. No worries at all. She's been emotionally drained after going through the divorce with Tatsuro. I know you and Kei have your own things going on, but I hope you guys can support her. It almost sounded as if she's expecting us to support her. Oh no, I'm going to be late! 2 months later, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law reached out to tell me that they wanted to do a Halloween party for the children. Since my husband was at work, it was just Kyota and I who went to her house. I asked Ray if he wanted to join, but he said he didn't want to join since he doesn't have a child. I wonder if he even wants to see his nephew. What's the point of this party if Kay isn't here either? My mother-in-law seemed to have a lot to complain about. If she doesn't like this, she should have thrown this party to begin with. Here are your gifts, Takumi. His brand is so cute. I'd buy anything for Takumi. Aren't you happy, Takumi? I guess someone only spoils her own child. Is she talking about me? Oh, here. I have this for you, Kyota. Trick or treat.
1 chocolate?
Kyota, you've grown to be a big boy, so I'm sure 1 chocolate will be enough for you, right?
Thank you, Grandma.
Look. What is it? Isn't this supposed to be a Halloween party for the kids? Yes, what about it? Are you saying that the chocolate isn't good enough for you? How dare you say that, when we were kind enough to invite you? I never said that. It's common sense to prioritize a baby. Look at him. He's so cute. Your son's going to elementary school next year, right? He should be disciplined. You're just avoiding Kyota.
Mommy, I'm okay. I love chocolates.
I felt concerned as I saw a whole different demeanor towards Kyota. My mother-in-law hasn't been too comfortable with me. I never thought she'd do anything like this.
I see what happened.
I understand that Yui is going through a lot right now, especially since she just got divorced. But I feel like your mother is being a bit cold-shouldered to us.
I'm sorry for what my mother and Yui had said to you.
Oh, please, this isn't your fault.
From now on, you can decline if they invite you over. You don't have to go there just because you feel obligated to.
I took my husband's advice and stopped visiting my in-laws. I didn't want Kyoto to end up feeling sad. Besides, I enjoyed my alone time with Kyoto anyway. You're going to take care of Takumi in place of Yui. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I have my own family to watch over. Kyoto is already 6 years old. You don't need to stay with him all the time. You never know what could ever happen. I can't leave him home alone. But you're a wife of the Miyanohara family. You need to do as I say. Since she continued to raise her voice at me over the phone, I decided to hang up. Isn't she spoiling Yui a little too much? Hello, Kyoko. Yui, why are you here? Can you do me a favor? Can you watch my son for a short time? What? He keeps crying at night and I haven't been getting much sleep at night. Why don't you ask your mother? My mom isn't young anymore. I feel bad to ask her to take care of my son for me. What? You're an expert mother, right? I'm counting on you. I'm not here to do your job for you. Thanks. Love ya. Bye. Wait, Yui. Takumi started crying hard the moment I picked him up, so I had to calm him down until he fell asleep. Babies cry so hard. It's been a long time since I felt this on my skin. Since I didn't think this was going anywhere, I decided to text my husband about what happened. He reached out to my in-laws right away.
I called and scolded Mom and Yui.
What did they say?
They said that I need to be stricter with you. As a husband, I should discipline you better.
I see.
I don't think they feel bad about anything based on what they said.
Well, I guess I'll just take care of the baby for today.
I'll help out too.
Don't worry, I know you're tired from work.
It's okay. I'll make sure I talk to them when we bring Takumi to their house.
I felt grateful to have such a kind and caring husband. I felt bad for my nephew too, her child, without even giving me a heads up.
Merry Christmas!
Our main dish is going to be Daddy's fried chicken.
Wow!
And the dessert is gonna be Mommy's strawberry cake.
This is a feast!
Did you get the gift from Santa?
I found it next to my pillow. It was the rider's belt for my favorite mask rider. I want to write a letter to Santa to thank him. Oh, it wasn't me.
Why don't we pray before we start eating?
Thank you for the dinner.
Time passed by quickly, and it was Christmas Day. I was happy to see how Kyoto got excited about every detail of our family event. I hope we can live happily like this forever. My in-laws wanted us to be at their place for Christmas and asked us to buy them gifts, so we ended up ignoring their requests.
I invited my brother for dinner tonight, but he said he's spending time by himself.
He must be busy at work.
Guess we won't see him until New Year's.
After we had a wonderful Christmas, I was waiting for New Year's. I was cleaning our house when my phone started ringing. Hello, this is Miyanohara Residence.
Hello, Kyoko. This is Tatsuro, Yui's ex-wife.
Oh, Tatsuro!
I'm sorry to bother you when you might be busy.
No worries.
I've been wanting to talk to my ex-wife, so I've been reaching out to her, but she hasn't been responding.
This must be something very serious for him to even reach out to me.
Did you know that we got divorced?
Yes, Yui told me about it.
I see.
Is everything okay?
Well,
What Tatsuro told me was simply unbelievable. You're kidding me! Did Yui really do that?
I'll be sending you the details by mail, and you should get it by the 31st. Would you please hand it over to Yui for me? I'll be initiating the process after New Year's.
Sure. Sounds like we're about to have a wild start of the new year.
I have a stomachache after eating too much soba last night. Sorry, Kyoko. But would you be able to go without me today?
Are you okay?
I think I should be okay by tomorrow if I take some meds. Besides, you have that promise that you made with Tatsuro, right?
If you feel very sick, make sure you call for the ambulance and go to the hospital.
Thanks. See you later.
Is Kay not joining today? No, he's been feeling sick. I guess it is what it is then.
Grandma, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Here's a lucky envelope for you.
$1?
You could buy a snack with that, right?
Yeah.
Takumi, I'm giving you $300. Thanks, Mom. You could buy some baby food, baby snacks, and toys using this money. Kyoda, don't cry. Once Daddy is better, we can all go out together.
Humph, you should be grateful that I even gave you something.
I don't mean to ask her to give him more, but this is ridiculous. Mom, I'm hungry.
Kyoko, can you make some ozoni? I'm afraid osechi won't be enough, so I need you to make it as soon as possible.
My mother-in-law started to order me around the moment she realized that Kay wasn't joining us today. I decided to pretend to do as she said and stepped into the kitchen, and that was when my brother-in-law got here.
Kyoko, can I help you with anything?
Thank you. Can you grab me some bowls?
Of course I can. Did Mom tell you to cook?
You're right.
Mom has always been rude to you and Kyota. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
You don't have to be here if you don't want to. You can take Kyota and…
It's okay. I have a secret weapon with me today.
Huh? A secret weapon?
Kyota, can you go to the other room and watch Takumi for us, please?
Sure.
Kyoko, what is it that you wanted to talk about?
I'm already hungry. Can we eat now? I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I'll make this quick.
What is it? Just tell us.
I received something from someone via mail a few days ago. It was a report after investigating an affair.
An affair? You had an affair?
No, not me. Please take a look at this first.
Oh my god!
I laid out the photos of my sister-in-law going on dates with a strange man onto the coffee table in front of my in-laws. Needless to say, the strange man isn't her ex-husband. At first, I wanted to think that this isn't true. But Yui, you were cheating on your husband, right?
What the heck are these?
My sister-in-law started panicking as I laid down the photos in front of them. As my mother-in-law picked up one of the photos, she asked,
Kyoko, did you hire someone to do this investigation?
No, Tatsuro was the one who hired a detective.
Tatsuro? That's Yui's ex-husband.
Tatsuro called me on the 28th of last month. He said that Yui is blocking his calls and he couldn't get a hold of her.
How dare you sniff after me like this? I didn't think anyone would ever find out.
Does that mean that you admit that you've cheated on him?
Oh, yikes.
He planned on sending these to you directly, but he had a feeling that you would throw them away without even opening the envelope. That's why he asked me to bring these over to you to personally hand them over.
Yui, didn't you tell me that you broke up with Tatsuro because you got into an argument with him? Did you have other reasons?
Well…
Takumi isn't my child.
What?
I have azoospermia, and the doctor said that I wouldn't be able to get my wife pregnant naturally. I thought about getting treated for it, but that was when Yui ended up getting pregnant.
But you wouldn't say that there's 0% chance, right?
You're right. I planned on having a DNA test for Takumi, but Yui refused.
She refused because she knows she got pregnant from cheating on him.
That's why we ended up getting into an argument, and she left me.
And that's how you ended up breaking up. He told me that they were way too heated up to talk about anything calmly. After he felt suspicious about her, he decided to hire a detective to investigate the affair that she was having. Aside from taking a photo of you guys, they had gone inside the restaurant to get a table near you guys to listen to what you guys had talked about.
That's stalking.
After everything is settled, you plan on living with him in an apartment. At least, that's what you told the guy.
Doesn't that mean that Yui almost committed a paternity fraud?
Shut up. I just wanted a child. Since my husband couldn't get me pregnant, I had to find someone who could get me pregnant.
Yui?
My brother married you. You guys ended up having a child quickly, and I've always envied you guys.
I didn't know what to say as I watched my sister-in-law cry to tell me this story. Even if there were challenges to having a child, it doesn't make it okay for her to cheat on her husband.
I can't believe my daughter was having an affair.
Mom, you have to listen to me. I just wanted a child and had a boyfriend help me out.
You already know that the baby is a child you got pregnant from having an affair with. Besides, Mom, I don't even know how you spoil one grandchild and not the other.
Are you blaming everything on me?
That's not what I'm saying.
I've always hated Kyoko. Her neighbors are always looking up at her, and I don't like how everyone is so fond of her. Kyota's more like his mother than his father, and what's wrong with spoiling my daughter's child?
Kyoko's such a kind and sweet person. She would always greet me with a smile and tell me funny stories too. I'm sure she makes a great wife.
I don't think Kyoko is a nice person at all.
You're wrong! You can't treat your daughter-in-law like a servant. She's family, so you need to take great care of her. Mom, you haven't been making any sense.
Oh, shut up.
Yui, you better be ready for this too. You're probably gonna have to pay for a settlement.
What? Why?
You cheated on your husband, which caused the divorce.
I can't possibly pay a single penny. I should be the one getting the money from him.
Say what you want.
Whose side are you on, Ray?
My sister-in-law started getting defensive as she raised her voice. I wonder what makes her think that she can behave like this when she's the cheater. Lastly, I'm relaying a message from Tatsuro. He said that he'll be sending you all the documents to you after the holidays are over. He said that you could ignore him if you want, but it will serve as a record that you've been made aware of its contents, so it's probably wiser for you to read it.
Mom, I need you to help me.
Oh, I can't do anything for you.
But you gave the lucky envelope to Takumi.
Well, I used the money that Ray and Kay had sent over to me.
Ugh, this is such a mess. I don't even want to think that these guys are my family.
I'm going to be telling my husband to stay away from this house for a good while.
Sounds good. I'm gonna stop sending in money too.
I need someone to pay the settlement for me.
Tatsuro filed a lawsuit against my sister-in-law and her boyfriend. I wondered how she was going to afford the settlement, but it turned out that she pulled out some funds from her mother's account to pay it off. Her mother became furious about this and ended up disowning her. After being dumped by her boyfriend too, she had no choice but to place herself in the nightlife to afford to support herself. On the other hand, everyone in the neighborhood ended up finding out about how my mother-in-law had been treating her grandchildren unfairly. No one ever talks to her, and I heard she never steps out of her house anymore. Takumi had ended up at a child care facility at one point, but he ended up in the good hands of a kind foster family. I wish him the best in his life. Kyoda, you're in first grade now.
I'm going to school every day, and I'll make sure I don't get sick. I'm gonna make a lot of friends too. I'm gonna study hard, and I'm gonna win the first place in running.
Take one thing at a time.
Make sure you listen to your teacher. If your friends are ever fighting, stop them.
Yeah!
There was a sign for the entrance ceremony right by the gates, and we decided to take a picture there. My son's growing to be such a big boy, and I felt grateful for the moment. We're about to start a new lifestyle today. If we ever get mad, sad, or concerned, I want the three of us to support each other to solve any problems. I want to continue living a happy life with my family.